Hey, what's going on, everyone? Scott here. I got asked in a comment how I get all of my resources, how I got so many. And I know that there's mods out now for that will add as many resources as you need, or like the free crafter and the free maker, where you can make stuff for free, and a lot of stuff with the mod costs like one cap now. But before mods, we had the duplication glitch, and I just tried it out, and it does still work. So I want to show you guys a little quick video on how I got all of my resources. And just for example, we're going to use cloth. Now this glitch only duplicates the resources for building, like bone, glass, wood, steel, concrete, even the other stuff, adhesive, fertilizer, things like that. It does not duplicate junk like a biometric scanner. You can't just drop the scanner on the ground and try to duplicate it. It doesn't work like that. But if you scrap it, you see there, it gives you fiber optics, asbestos, and nuclear material. Those individual resources you can duplicate. So we'll come in and take out the cloth. You see there we have 106. I have 116 of them. So we'll take them all, and then you stand close to your workbench. Then you go into your Pip-Boy, and you see you have 116 cloth in your inventory. Drop them on the ground, and you see there it is. So then you want to enter workshop mode, and you see there's two of them right there, 58 apiece. So if you scrap them, then when you go back into your workshop, you still have the 116 and take it back out. Now when you drop it, it'll drop as one piece of cloth instead of two. This is very helpful, saves a lot of time, because this glitch is a little touchy. So once you drop it on the ground, then enter workshop mode and just highlight the material. You don't select it, don't store it, don't scrap it. And then very quickly on the PS4, I believe the buttons are the same for the Xbox, the corresponding buttons, but it's square, X, and O. And you want to do it very quickly, kind of roll your thumb over all three almost simultaneously, almost at the same time. But you want to hit the buttons quickly, one after the other. Square, X, and O. And if you do it right, because I still have problems with it sometimes, but it's very touchy. If you don't get it the first few times, keep working at it, you will get it. But you start out by pushing X or square. See, I didn't get it. And then you roll over X and then O. And there I got it. You see there was one prompt that came up, and then it quickly went away, and then it says store cloth in workshop, and you say yes. So now exit workshop mode, go back into your workshop, go over to junk, and you see there I now have 232 cloth. It doubled what I had. And you can do this over and over again. That's how I got so much of my resources. Was I did it over and over again. It will double whatever the number you have. So you see there we have 232 where we had 116. And now I'll come back into the Pip-Boy and I'll drop it, and you'll see there'll be two pieces of cloth. Each one is 116. Now you can do the duplication glitch on each one of these. Like that. And then you go into your workbench, and you see there we now have 464. So it does duplicate it, But now when if I pull the cloth out now, there'll be 3 or maybe even 4. No, there'll be 3 pieces of cloth on the ground. So if you want to get it back to just one, just scrap all 3 of them and it will condense it all into one. So when you drop it, it drops it as one piece of cloth. And then you can just duplicate it again until you get as many as you want or as many as you need. And it works with everything. Like the clothing iron, you would drop it, scrap it, and then you would have plastic and steel in your inventory, and each of those individually you can duplicate. It works with every concrete. It even works with shipments. I don't believe I have any shipments of anything in this particular workbench, but it works the same way. If you have a shipment of wood in your workbench, take it out, drop it on the ground, scrap it, then go back into your workbench over to junk, and then you'll have 25 wood. Take that out, drop it on the ground, and duplicate it that way. I think most of my big parts of these I have in my sanctuary workshop, and of course it's linked to this workshop with the supply lines. But you can tell when you go into workshop mode and you go over to structures like wood, you see there I have 46,000 wood and 12,000 steel. Now I can duplicate more steel very easily. I can go to Sanctuary, where I'm not sure all of that, because I have little bits in every settlement and every workshop, but the bulk of it is in Sanctuary. And I can take it all out, even if it's all 12,000, you can take it out. Of course, you're over encumbered, which is why you want to be close to your workbench. But you take out all 12,000, drop it on the ground, and it'll look like just one piece of wood. And you can duplicate it, and it'll go from 12,000 to 24,000. So it'll duplicate it, double fold like that as many times as you want. Now, I have noticed you don't want to go that far. Like once I got upwards around 46,000 of everything, I tried to go further, and the game didn't really, it started to not like that very much. I did have the game crash on me. But the duplication still works. You guys just saw me do it. So I can go back at any time and duplicate more as I need. Or, now that mods are released, you can just download a mod that gives you as many resources as you need. But this was a little trick that we used before the mods came out and everything. And that's how I got all of my resources for building everything. And a lot of the settlements, I believe there's a mod now that will expand the build limit on your settlements now. I don't have that one. I use the weapons glitch for that, where you would go into your workbench here and transfer out some weapons, and I found that the legendary weapons actually work best. And then you go over to your weapons and you drop them on the ground. Like we'll drop the acid soaker, the blade, the radium rifle, the sword of wonders. So you drop those on the ground, then you go into workshop mode, and you simply just store them. Don't scrap them, and then you see the size limit on the top. when you store them, your size limit will start going back down. And you can do that as many times as you want. You can bring it all the way back to down to nothing. A few of my settlements, I've actually done that 3 or 4 times, especially in Sanctuary. The more you do it, though, the more it does affect your frame rate. I have found there are parts of Sanctuary right now where when I walk through there, it starts lagging really bad. So, but that's how I'm able to build so much in each of my settlements. So, hope you all found this video useful. If you did, please hit that like button. I appreciate that very much. And don't forget to subscribe to us. We got a lot more videos coming out. A lot more settlement tours. Little things that I can come up with, especially now that mods are out, which I'm absolutely loving. I think my next settlement tour, I've been trying to build up Greentop Nursery. So I think I'm now that I've got Warwick Homestead done, I just put out a video on that, on this settlement. I think I'll head back over to Greentop Nursery and finish that build up. So as always, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.